Welcome, thrill seekers and paranormal enthusiasts, to a spine-chilling journey through the world's most haunted prisons. These places are not just remnants of a bygone era, but active hotspots for ghostly encounters. Let's unlock the stories behind these eerie institutions and the spirits that still linger behind bars. Eastern State Penitentiary, Philadelphia. Our first stop is Eastern State Penitentiary, a Gothic fortress that once housed notorious criminals like Al Capone. Built in 1829, it was operational for over 140 years and is now known for its paranormal activity. Visitors report hearing cell doors open and close, disembodied screams, and sightings of shadowy figures. Al Capone himself claimed to be haunted by the ghost of James Clark, one of his victims from the Street Valentine's Day massacre. The prison's design, intended to induce penance through isolation, may have contributed to the numerous reports of spectral activity. Ghost hunters have recorded electronic voice phenomena, cold spots, and unexplained mists, making it a prime location for paranormal investigations. Alcatraz Island, San Francisco. The Rock is infamous for its notorious inmates and failed escape attempts. Alcatraz closed in 1963, but the spirits of former prisoners seem to have stayed behind. Ghostly footsteps, clanging metal doors, and eerie screams are often reported by visitors. The most haunted cell, 14D, is known to give visitors an unsettling feeling, as if they are being watched. The island's isolation in the frigid San Francisco Bay only adds to the haunting atmosphere. Reports of supernatural activity began soon after the prison closed, with former guards and inmates describing strange occurrences. Today, it remains a popular destination for ghost tours, drawing thrill seekers from around the world who hope to experience its eerie presence firsthand. Ohio State Reformatory, Mansfield. Made famous by The Shawshank Redemption, the Ohio State Reformatory has a dark history of violence and despair. It's said to be haunted by the spirits of former inmates and guards, including Helen Glack, who tragically died on the premises. Ghost hunters frequently report apparitions, cold spots, and the scent of perfume lingering in the air. The reformatory, which operated from 1896 until 1990, was initially praised for its efforts to reform first-time offenders, but conditions quickly deteriorated. By the time it closed, the prison had become a haunt of torture, abuse, and neglect, leaving a dark imprint that many believe continues to manifest in paranormal activity. Missouri State Penitentiary, Jefferson City. Dubbed the bloodiest 47 acres in America, this prison saw numerous executions and violent outbreaks. Paranormal tours here often result in sightings of shadowy figures, unexplained cold drafts, and the feeling of being touched by unseen hands. The gas chamber, where 40 inmates were executed, is particularly active. Opened from 1836 to 2004, the penitentiary's violent past includes deadly riots and numerous suicides. Ghost hunters and visitors report hearing voices, feeling sudden temperature drops, and seeing orbs and apparitions. The prison's dark history of brutality and death has made it a hotspot for those seeking encounters with the paranormal. Shepton Mallet Prison, Somerset, England. Shepton Mallet, one of the oldest and most haunted prisons in the UK, is home to the infamous White Lady. This ghostly figure is believed to be the spirit of a woman who died of a broken heart the night before her execution. Visitors often report the smell of her sweet perfume and sightings of her ghostly figure wandering the halls. Built in 1610, Shepton Mallet has seen centuries of executions, including those of American soldiers during World War II. Its long and bloody history has left an indelible mark, with reports of paranormal activity becoming more frequent over the years. Today, the prison offers ghost tours that delve into its haunted past, providing a chilling experience for those brave enough to explore. West Virginia Penitentiary, Moundsville. This prison housed the most dangerous criminals and saw countless deaths due to violence and disease. Ghost hunters report hearing eerie voices, footsteps, and the clang of cell doors. The Shadow Man, a dark, faceless apparition, is a frequent sighting in the prison's North Wagon Gate area. Open from 1876 to 1995, the penitentiary was notorious for its harsh conditions and high mortality rate. Inmates and guards alike met grisly ends, and their restless spirits are said to still roam the halls. The prison's long history of suffering and death has made it a magnet for paranormal investigators, who often capture compelling evidence of ghostly activity. Preston Castle, Ione. Originally a reform school for boys, Preston Castle has a history of harsh treatment and mysterious deaths. The spirit of a nurse who was murdered in the 1950s is said to haunt the castle. Visitors have reported seeing her apparition, hearing disembodied voices, and experiencing sudden drops in temperature. The castle, which operated from 1894 to 1960, was intended to rehabilitate juvenile offenders, but its dark history of abuse and neglect has left a lasting impression. Today, the crumbling structure is a popular destination for ghost hunters and history enthusiasts, who are drawn to its eerie atmosphere and reports of paranormal activity. Wyoming Territorial Prison, Laramie. This prison, once home to the infamous Butch Cassidy, is haunted by the ghost of Julius Greenwald, a cigar-loving inmate. Visitors often smell cigar smoke and feel an inexplicable chill. The ghostly figure of Greenwald has been spotted in the prison's hallways. Built in 1872, the prison housed numerous notorious criminals and saw its fair share of violence and death. Today, it operates as a museum, offering ghost tours that highlight its haunted history. Visitors frequently report feeling uneasy, with many experiencing unexplained phenomena such as cold spots and the smell of Greenwald cigars. Old Montana Prison, Deer Lodge. With its history of riots, murders, and executions, the Old Montana Prison is a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors report seeing shadow figures, hearing cell doors slam, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, especially near the old gallows and maximum security areas. The prison, which operated from 1871 to 1979, was known for its overcrowded and inhumane conditions. The site of numerous deaths, both by execution and violence, it is now a museum that offers ghost tours and paranormal investigations. The lingering spirits of former inmates and guards are said to still haunt the prison, making it a chilling destination for those seeking a brush with the supernatural. Pottawatomie County Jail, Council Bluffs. Known as the Squirrel Cage Jail, due to its unique rotating design, this prison has its own ghostly residence. The spirit of the first superintendent, J.M. Carter, is said to haunt the premises. Visitors often hear moaning, crying, and the eerie sound of chains rattling. Built in 1885, the jail's revolving structure was intended to keep inmates under constant surveillance, but led to numerous accidents and deaths. Today, it stands as a historic site, drawing visitors who are curious about its haunted past. The ghost of Carter, who reportedly cannot leave the place he was so attached to, continues to make his presence known. And there you have it, folks. If you enjoyed this tour through the most haunted prisons, make sure to hit that like button. It's less scary than a ghost, I promise. And don't forget to subscribe for more spine-tingling tales and paranormal adventures. Ring the bell so you never miss a spooky update.